What Disney's trying to say is, hey, we sometimes do forget our wishes, and that can, that takes a lot away from us. Hi everyone, it's Jean, and today I will be doing a review of Wish, the 2023 Disney animation movie that came out in November, right? And so, the first part of this video is just going to be a review for people who haven't watched the movie. The second part is going to be for people who have, okay? And if you've watched the movie already, then still stick around and, just go through the first part. It won't be that long. So yeah, what's my review of Wish for the people who haven't watched yet? So, Wish, well, I just wanted to say first, the animation was superb, especially because, I was doing 3D. Actually, I was in 4D, so I have 3D plus all those special vibration things and stuff. And yes, definitely the 3D was amazing. So the animation was really awesome. But like the story, the plot itself, so the characters were all pretty awesome. But the plot was the idea was awesome. The idea was good, but the plot wasn't as intriguing as others. I'm not gonna say that it wasn't fun. It was fun. I liked it a lot, and it's a pretty strong plot, and I would watch it again. But compared to other Disney movies, it isn't as fun. It's hard to pinpoint one reason why, but it isn't as fun as other Disney movies. So, the reviews is just 60% of Google users like this movie, and of course, it'll always change, right? I saw that review only a day after the movie came out. So remember, there's not been a lot of people who have seen the movie yet. So this is not completely reliable yet. But still, I think that 60%, is an okay number. Wish was awesome, but yeah, 60%, 70%, I think this deserves a 70%, but yeah, so in my opinion, it deserves a 70%. Hopefully, the numbers will go up. Now, what about the songs? Because Wish is also a musical. Songs were pretty good. They were well sung, and they weren't bad. None of them were bad. But, and here's the but, and yes, of course, there is a but. The lyrics weren't very amazing, and none of the songs were very memorable. For example, there is, Let It Go, basically, songs, right? There's, really good songs in Disney movies that everybody knows and repeats, Hakuna Matata, philosophy, anyway, yeah, or, what was it, Under the Sea, or, like I said, let it go, let it go. And so, those things are pretty good. They're memorable. Everybody knows them. But these songs, I think that none of them are really going to become famous. So that's not saying that they weren't bad, but none of them are going to become really famous or loved. Though a few might. One or two might, but I have a feeling that the songs were very remarkable. Now, one thing I just wanted to mention was this movie did a very poor job of adding a feisty sidekick. So, sidekick this time is the GOAT, Valentino. And so, in Disney movies, you see a lot of sidekicks. In Mulan, there's Mushu. In Frozen, there was Olaf, the snowman, and the Little Mermaid. Maybe the Sebastian the sea crab. And then the other, the fish. I don't know what his name is. But there's some companions, funny companions, that are just with you, and they make it awesome. But I mean, and I'm not saying that any movie requires a funny companion, but it's sort of nice. And so, what I'm saying is, so in here, Valentino, I mean, it just wasn't, he wasn't a very funny, like, Olaf just draws laughs, but yeah, Valentino was not funny. So, just wanted to mention that. Not a big deal. You're probably not gonna notice it. It's not like having a funny sidekick is a rule or a guideline that you need to follow. But just wanted to say that. Now, for people who have watched the movie, I just wanted to say a few things. So, as you know, the king, he stores all the wishes away, and once he does, the people forget the wishes, right? And so, first, do you think that you would do that? Do you think that you would do that? I mean, yeah, of course, we've watched the movie and seen the king just not doing that stuff, right? But, like, when you were watching it, before you knew the king was evil, and, like, and just think about yourself as a citizen of Rosas. Would you have done it or not? I wouldn't have done it, because, I still have a chance of getting that wish myself, and I don't think that I would just wait. I wouldn't want to forget my wish, because wishes are a big part of us, and I'll talk about that later. Also, if you think about it, I would already know, like, even if I didn't know that the king was evil and only chose things that weren't as vague, I would still know, like, the chance of me getting that wish granted was still pretty low. And combined with the fact that I would forget about that wish and not be able to pursue it, even though I could probably, maybe, by myself, pursue it, it's just not very appealing to me. So I wouldn't do it anyway. But yeah, so that's my thoughts. But what about you? Do you think you would do it? Anyway, I just thought of while I was watching the movie, I realized that it sort of reflects the world. I mean, so yeah, maybe there aren't any big, evil, corrupt kings, sorcerer kings who lock up all of our wishes, but I think that what Disney's trying to say is, hey, we sometimes do forget our wishes, and that can, that takes a lot away from us. We can really just, our wishes might not, so what I think that Disney's trying to say is, like, sometimes we can lose our wish, and that's just not really, you've seen the movie, right? It's not awesome. I think that, just having your wishes away, I think that that's why you should always have your wishes and work towards your wishes. Another thing I thought was, I'm not saying that there's any kings out there, but, like, there are some big, powerful people, like, big, sometimes bad, powerful people who always say, hey, you guys, you can invest in my company. You get the point, right? They just promise to do something amazing. People give all of their wishes to them. They never actually do it. I guess that this doesn't really happen much, but it does sometimes happen, right? And that's sort of reflecting the king. So I think that, as we watch movies, don't just think, this is so, like, fantasy and stuff. Actually think, how does this reflect how does these situations, how do they sometimes in their own variations appear in my life? Okay, so just wanted to say that. And then one question I have is, do you think that if you had been, I cannot believe I forgot the main character's name. How could I forget the main character's name? Okay. So my question is, do you think that if you have an Asha, do you think that you would have, been brave enough to do the things that she did? Truthfully, do you think that you would have been able to do that? No, probably not. I'm just not the type of person who does that. I guess that, with a star, a talking goat, and some other stuff, and my friends, I don't think I would do some of the stuff that she did. That's too dangerous, but I do think that I would do, 75% of everything that she would do, especially if I had a magic wand. Yeah, if I had a magic wand, totally I could do it. And also, I just wanted to say one thing. And so one thing about ideas. So to you creators and writers and designers, I have respect. So this is not only because you create a lot of stuff, but the thing is, if you think about it, millions of books have been published, thousands, if not, maybe even over 1 million, I don't know, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of movies and TV shows and sitcoms and just stuff like that. All of those, they've been made, and I think it's really hard to think of like new ideas. Like new, completely original, amazing ideas. So maybe you can think of new ideas, but what about the things that capture somebody's heart, make them really love it? So I think that's why, these days, like, things have been done in everything, right? I mean, and I think that, people always say, like, I don't know, Apple or Marvel, they're not releasing awesome stuff anymore, right? Like, Apple's never innovating with this iPhone, or Marvel's never releasing any fun movies. But if you think about it, I think that it's not because they're doing badly, but because finding ideas is like really hard these days. Finding really amazing, really fun, 100% original, creative ideas is almost impossible. If already impossible, like all ideas, there's a small tidbit of things that draw from other books. So just wanted to say one thing. I think that it's really hard to find just completely original ideas. So I just wanted to leave off on that note. And finally, future movies. So what are other movies that I might talk about? So there's Wonka, which is released on December 5th. And I think that will be really fun. So Wonka is definitely on my watching list. I also have Migration by Illumination, right? The same studio that made Despicable Me, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you love. And so yeah, I almost said Despicable Me. I think that Migration is also going to be pretty fun. And then there's also Inside Out 2, which I am so excited. Migration, Wonka, and Inside Out 2 are some movies that I am definitely looking forward to and might make videos about. Meanwhile, during the meantime, you can check out my other videos about news, books, and etc. I've also made some read alouds, so by now they might not be up on the channel right now. But yeah, that's something else that I have done. I hope that you enjoyed this video about the movie Wish, and I'll see you next time. Bye!